another break from work in Aengel tale. He sat behind a plain wooden desk in a faraway realm out of physical time. The hours dragged on while Cam wrote page after page in an average book that fit in with all the others on the shelves. The building he worked in had thousands of names in millions of languages. He knew it as Metatron's library, but it was only a library sometimes. The form of the space depended on the visitors that managed to access it. To many, the realm appeared as it did to him. To others, it was a rustic temple or old office building. Cam had even been working when a young visitor had imagined the realm as an infinite bouncing castle. For now, it stayed a boring library. He moved his energetic hand over a book to detail the history, present, and future of an elegant queen. Cam sighed an electric blue aura as he worked in his true form. He was an Aengel, and without having a person to look upon him, Cam existed as a mass of sky blue energy working to record the details of creatures across the universe. He tightened his chakras as he sensed his supervisor creep behind him. "I have another for you, Kamal," she said as she plopped an empty book in front of him. She was Toriel, one of the angels of the principalities, and she took her job much more seriously than Cam. He shifted his attention to respond to her glaring cloudy aura. The surrounding halo vibrated like a sound wave. "I haven't finished this one yet," he cried. "Perhaps if you weren't always lingering in the third dimension, you would be able to complete assignments." Her cold gray essence locked with authority. As she manifested from him to a different part of the library, Cam touched the book to see his next subject. They were a dictator on a planet in the Andromeda system, somewhere he hated to go because the galaxy gave out a bad vibe. He watched his subject's whole life to record and put into the books, so Cam figured it wouldn't hurt to take a short break. This logic always put him into trouble with Toriel and by extension, Toriel in trouble with Metatron. Only the principalities could interfere with subjects for their own destiny, but Cam did so on more than one occasion. "Forget this chap," Cam thought as he teleported. "He'll be there for a while. I have more fun things to do." The library was in the fifth dimension of heaven. Kamal traveled from there down to the third dimension of heaven where the universe stood. Unbound by light or distance, he unfurled massive cobalt wings and flew to the reality within the tree of life. He waved to Raziel, the guardian of the tree, and the gesture confused him. The glory of the universe whizzed by as Cam reached his destination. Since he was going to be seen, he decided to morph into a sight not so strange to the locals. He walked down a hallway in London and heard the blaring sound of a guitar. "Now, this is the place to be," he said from the soft, melodic body he transformed to. Kamal walked forward into a large concert stadium and sat in the reserved section. The only people that looked at him were young, distracted men and their jealous wives. Kamal now called himself Cammy, a full-bodied blonde with a pixie cut and too much skin showing. The band started playing and the crowd roared in unison. More so than the music, this is what Cam came for. He joined in and felt the resonance in his soul with every other human in the stadium. The music, a pop mix with rock and roll, only added to the ambience. Cam ran down to the floor of the stadium because he wanted to dance, which wasn't an experience that he had much opportunity for. Before he reached the vibrant wave of fans swaying to the music, a firm grip that reached to his essence stopped him. "Toriel," he winced as he turned around. "I needed a mental break before going to Andromeda, give me a few hours." To the onlooking fans, Kamal and Toriel argued like a mother scolding her daughter. She didn't feel the need to blend in, but an angry parent catching their child at a concert didn't seem strange. The middle-aged frown on her face fit the persona she chose. Toriel pulled Kamal toward an exit where they could manifest away, but he stood his ground. "You could have us both in front of the scribe," Toriel yelled over the audience. "Would that be so bad?" He replied as his pout and clouding blue eyes made onlookers fall in love for a moment. "I've never met the man, but I think he would understand. He was human once, too." "It's forbidden, Kamal." He rolled his eyes as he started to sink more into the role of a young woman. He turned around before Toriel caught him and hid in the crowd. Toriel parted the audience like the sea to get Kamal. "Why are you even here? You can't hear it?" Cam asked from behind two bulky men that were happy to hide her. Hundreds of thousands of ordinary souls all on the same frequency. They're all different, flawed, and beautiful. More important than that, for 3 to 5 minutes, they are one with the universe. Toriel stopped to consider Cam's point of view as he revealed himself. He walked up to her and grabbed her hand. If he hardly had the chance to dance, she didn't either. As far as Cam understood, Toriel hadn't taken a break in hundreds of years. "Dance with me, Tori," he took the chance, shortening her name. Her eyes unsure as she took the small hand leading her to the middle of the audience. Toriel looked around and listened with human eyes and ears. She began to weep because she understood a humanity that she had struggled with since the days of Jared. They hugged and moved with the crowd, high on life. After the concert concluded, they walked through the sleeping streets of the city. He saw his boss in a new light, but Kamal was sure things would return to normal when they were back in the library. The break was nice and necessary, but all play and no work made Kamal a bad Aengel. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, or subscribe if you liked the video.